See, I continue to ask this question. What be the meaning of woman? What be the meaning of woman? You get what to make me ask this question. What is the full meaning of woman? If you look at the name well, separate it into two words: woe and man. Woe and man, which simply possibly may mean woe man, woe to man, woe to men, men woe to you. That is what I understand to be meaning of woman, woe man. Why did I say so? What did men do to deserve natural destructions? Which God created man and woman and said man should be dying. Man should be dying of stress, of intimidation, of negligence, of overlabor, of overborder. How was humanity created? And who made the arrangements that life should be going this way? In everything that happened, men always die. Men always at the front. When is war, men will be at the front fighting war, dying in the war. They say women don't go to war. They don't deserve to die. But men deserve to die. When they come to labor, men labor at the forefront. Supply for the women. They should be eating at home. Women don't deserve to suffer. But men go and suffer. When you hear genocide, maybe in a village or a town, I've heard so many stories. A village was invaded and there was a selection. All the men were killed. The women were spared and children. I want to ask a question. What is that special thing about women that men has to be killed and the women should be left? It's not, I'm not saying they should kill the women and leave the men. No. If you come for genocide, it means every human being, anything that breathes, even goats, should be wiped out. But in this case, everybody is not killed. They killed the men and left the women. And I'm asking, what is the problem? Who made this arrangement? Where did we come from? Who created us? Who made this arrangement? Who put life in this order? Why should men be dying ahead of time? Be dying for whatever? Even in hardship, men will drop in sacrifice of his family, the wife. If a problem come in the marriage, the woman may leave the marriage and run because she couldn't stand again. But the man will die in it because he wants to protect his family and make sure that they feed well. In a marriage, a woman will quickly, first of all, fight for divorce because she wants to leave. But a man will hardly fight for divorce because he still wants to protect the family. In life, watch between man and woman, whether in marriage, in mother, father, men always die first before the woman. Now, let me say another thing. Have you observed that whenever a man wants to marry, his fellow men and parents and siblings, all of them will advise him, marry the person that you are older than, the person you senior. Don't marry a woman that senior you. Marry the person who you senior, so that you will die first as a man, leaving the woman behind. You are mandated to marry somebody that you are older than, so that the woman will not die before you. You have to die before the woman. So a woman is not so permitted to die before the husband. That's why a man must marry the person that is senior, he's older than, so that he'll be able to go before the lady. What happened? Where did this creation arrangement started? Who did all this that men had to be suffering till eternity? In situations, even when things are hardship in the country, bad economy, you see the man drying, getting lean. All the sufferings, his veins are coming out, is showing that he's really suffering, showing that the economy is very bad. But look at the woman, she will be getting fresh, as if nothing is happening, as if there's no suffering in the land. The woman is always fresh, because the man will first of all supply for her before eating. What made creation to be arranged in this manner? Everything is against man. Every creation is against man. There is a story that when you meet a monkey or a chimpanzee in the bush, you are a man and you are with a woman in the bush. The chimpanzee will leave the woman and deal with you. That chimpanzee, gorilla, will leave that woman free and deal with that man. In fact, the gorilla will hardly touch that woman, but the gorilla will deal with that man very, very, very severely. What happened? Who arranged creation like that? It's a simple question. I come in peace. Shibon Kabu.